Hello and welcome everybody to another Aetherdrift Drift. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number Diamond 4. So we cruising. We are actually having a pretty good month of March here. I've only done, just taking a look here, I've only done 5 drafts, but we have 3 trophies, a 6-3 and a 3-3. 77% win rate, so doing pretty well. Only drafted green in 3 of them, mind you. So we are expanding our horizons a little bit, and maybe we can do that again. But of course, we are just in the game of picking up wins, and hopefully we can do that in this draft. Now, before we head into this draft, this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles for your Commander deck, your Standard deck, your Modern deck, or your Pioneer deck, or let's say you wanted some Aetherdrift booster boxes, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Additionally, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, they are the place to go. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. They also have a heavy convention presence, so if you do see them at a convention, tell them Paul sent you, and you'll get 10% off in person as well. Alrighty, let's hop in here. Sweet rare. That is, in fact, a sweet rare and a very aggressively slanted rare. House Squad Heavy is excellent. I like it especially in black-red. Of course, it's good in every deck, but if you have a deck that's got mounts and vehicles, that makes this, actually specifically vehicles, this gets very, very good. But I love this in black-red. One of the best, in fact, it might actually be the best red rare in the set. So do love that. The uncommons here are actually all fine. Gallon Strike is a good removal spell. Shafet Archfiend is good specifically in black-green if you have reanimation effects. Fang Druid Summoner is always nice if you have a Terrian and a Gibberic Omnivore. A lot of good commons too. Engine Rat, Grim Bobble, Run Over, Pothole Mole, and Beast Rider Vanguard. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're actually going to table a card that I like. Hopefully, like, if we end up in Rakdos, I'm hoping that maybe I get, like, most likely we table an Archfiend, a Pothole Mole, or maybe an Engine Rat. One of those 3 cards is what I would expect to table. But let's first pick House Squad Heavy and see where the rest of the packs take us. Okay, moving on into pack number 2. We have Guidelight Pathmaker, which is a good card, but certainly not something that I want to follow up a House Squad Heavy with. We have 2 good green cards in Boom Scholar and Hazard of the Dunes. I actually think Hazard of the Dunes is generally just a better card than Boom Scholar. Additionally, by taking Hazard of the Dunes, we're not necessarily married to our first pick. So by taking Hazard of the Dunes, you know, we can just end up green X, and that's obviously always a good place to be. Certainly the best common in this pack, and I do like it over taking something like a Bounce Off or a Broadcast Rambler. So yeah, I'm going to take Hazard of the Dunes here. I think if I do end up specifically in Gruul with a lot of exhaust cards, the Boom Scholar has higher upside, but I think it's close enough where I just want to take the card that's a little bit more flexible. And, you know, if I end up getting just a bunch of cards in some other color combination, then maybe that's where we want to be. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 3. There is a 3rd pick, Embalmed Descendant, and this is certainly a place where we could maybe consider moving over and taking the Embalmed Descendant here, but I just feel like I don't want to necessarily abandon my first 2 picks right now, so I will be much happier just taking a red or green card, noting that there are 0 green cards in this pack, so there's a good chance we're going to have to pair the red with a different color. Nothing here for me to pair with the red, so I think I just take Crash and Burn. The auxiliary is actually a little bit underwhelming, and if I do draft a red deck, it's really important to have good removal spells for the big green creatures. I'm looking at you, Migrating Ketrodon, so I'm going to take Crash and Burn here. Also good to be able to clear the way. If I do end up in red-black, Maximum Overdrive is also very good. We will see what uncommons we see, but let's just take a Crash and Burn here and just play it 1 pack at a time. All right, this is a fairly weak pack. There's a couple of cards that stand out to me. I don't really want to take Gilded Goda. I just think it's a little too weak. So I'm looking at Packdoll Terror and Hellish Sideswipe. Sideswipe can be interesting with House Squad Heavy. Maybe that means Rakdos is open. And Packdoll Terror, I'm not sure how good it is in Rakdos, so all right, let's take the Hellish Sideswipe here as a removal spell. You know, in a pinch, I can also use this as a splash removal spell if I feel like my deck is just struggling here. This is an extremely weak pack. The best card here is a Cloudspire Coordinator. It's the first good white card that we've seen, but if we do end up maybe with a good red-white deck, this can certainly be something that I'm interested in. Green probably looks like it's off the table here, and Endrider Catalyzer I think is a little bit too weak to take here. So I'm just looking at the uncommons to guide me. So I'm going to speculate here on Cloudspire Coordinator in case white ends up being quite open. But then now this is a pack that has no good red or white cards actually. Ooze Patrol is fine, but I think I'm just going to take Wreckage Wickerfolk. This card is just fantastic. Mutant Surveyor is also pretty good in the Rakdos Start Your Engines deck, but one thing that I noticed in Rakdos is good 2-drops are hard to come by, and this is one of the best variations of them. I'm still not sure about the Hellish Sideswipe pick over the Pact Alter, by the way. I don't know. But the pick has been made. Let's take Wreckage Wickerfolk and see where this goes. Just not a lot of good cards. Dynamite Diver actually I think is fine in red-black. But we are not getting the good uncommons here, so it's really tough. And this is what I mean. I've said this before. This is what sometimes you can just end up with a bad deck. Where green is clearly cut off. You're trying to read the signals, but you're not getting the good uncommons either. Right? So I'm kind of trying to piece together a deck here. But we're taking some red cards, but it's just like, it's really, really tough here. And now, I mean, that's an 8th pick in Embalmed Descendant. I don't really want Fuel the Flames or Kickoff Celebration here. It's a really hard pivot, though, but I think I'm going to take it here. Maybe we don't end up in red. We'll see. But, man, if I take this and end up in black-white, that's going to be really tough. But we'll see where this goes. Grim Bauble tabled, so black and the Archfiend tabled. Okay. All right, so black seems reasonably open. And as far as red goes, not really, right? We saw the Crash and Burn, but we didn't see any Thunderhead Gunners or Lightning Strikes. Or, yeah, so, you know, there could be a weird world where we pivot into black-white. We'll see. Grim Bauble, also an excellent thing to sacrifice to Hellish Sideswipe. So that's very, very nice. Now we have Locust Spray versus Pedal to the Metal. I think given that I'm more likely to play black, I will take the Locust Spray. I don't love this card, but it's playable. I do love the fact that Maximum Overdrive tabled. So, yeah, black seems to be where we want to be. The question is, what is the second color? TBD. Probably won't play the Cloudspire Coordinator. And we saw the Embalmed Descendant. Gallon Strike didn't table, so somebody certainly in white. We saw a late Embalmed Descendant, but the other Embalmed Descendant didn't table. Yeah, this is just really, really tricky. I feel like right now, when in doubt, I'm going to take the black card. So this is really tempting. There's an Aganosaur Rex, but I literally did not see any green cards. This card is fantastic. I mean, it's one of the best rares in the set, but I think it's a trap to take this, and I think I'm going to take Hour of Victory. I think given our start, we are looking to be a black Start Your Engines deck, either pairing it with red or white. So this will for sure make my deck. It's one of the better cards in this pack, and black was the color that seemed really open. I just feel like if I take the Rex, I'm just gonna regret it. There were like 3 green cards that I opened in the pack where I first picked the Heil Squad Heavy. None of the green commons tabled. So you know what? I'm gonna sidestep green. I'm gonna sidestep green here and just move into red-black or black-white, depending on where things go. Here we have Gastel Raider versus Broadcast Rambler and Endrider Catalyzer. And I think this is a close enough pick where I just take the Raider and just take another decent black Start Your Engines card and see where the draft takes us. Look, and right now, obviously, House Squad Heavy is better than Embalmed Descendant, and it's a little bit deeper. So feel like black-red is where we want to be, but it's weird just because there is still some amount of competition here for where we want to be. But yeah, I feel like red-black is far, far more likely than black-white. Alrighty. Bright Glass Gearhulk, very, very sick card. Migrating Ketrodon, also very good card. For us, though, don't really have any good artifacts to get back with the ready. No big vehicles or anything like that. Nothing in white. Well, there's a Broadcast Rambler, actually. There's also a Dracosaur Auxiliary. I might just take it here. Actually, I need 2 drops. This doesn't feel good, but I'm just going to take Endrider Catalyzer. Like, Rakdos is just a deck that's looking to be aggro here. And so for that reason, I'm just going to take this, even though somehow we're getting cut off here in this pack. That's a River Churn Monument, but you know, we have no business being in this. So I don't want to take that. Ride's End is certainly good if black-white was on the table, but I think Maximum Overdrive is a fantastic combat trick in this type of deck, so I'm just going to take it here. And look, like no matter where we end up, black is certainly where we want to be, and red seemingly is being cut off from both sides, which is not great. I can play Spire Mech Cycle, though. This is just a fine top-end card. I don't have any mounts or vehicles, but it's a nice top-end way to try to win the game. I don't think I need Maximum Overdrive number 3, and I have a House Squad Heavy. So let's take that over Overdrive number 3. Here I'll take Crash and Burn, just to have another removal spell. Not really a back-on-track deck. So our removal suite's looking pretty decent. I do like Mutant Surveyor in red-black, so happy enough with that. We have plenty of ways to start our engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are putting together a deck. How good the deck ends up being is still kind of on the table, just because... yeah, we're just not... oh, yes! I love Risen Necro Regent. I'm so happy to get that here. This is one of the better payoffs if you are looking to start your engines. If you don't have a lot of ways to start your engines early, I don't think this card is particularly strong. But given what we have, this is exactly the type of card that we want for our deck. Another Crash and Burn here. Happy to take that. Overpedal to the Metal. This is just hard removal. And I'll take another Endrider Catalyzer here. So, look, these are not great cards, but they're filler and, you know, helps get things done. Here, there is a Chitin Gravestalker versus Wreck Remover. They're both pretty mediocre. I think this is the configuration that I like so far. Lots of start your engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Best of 3, Gastel Blockbuster at the sideboard. 16 cards, reasonably happy with all of them. Hellish Sideswipe. I have a Grim Bauble, some occasional tokens that I can sack as well, so it seems totally fine. Also, I can sack the Dynamite Diver, and if they have a 1 toughness creature, that ends up being pretty cool too. I just want to pick up more signpost good uncommons here. But opened, man, my opens have been... well, actually, the House Squad Heavy was good, but pack 2, I think, wasn't that great. But first picking a Streaking Oil Gorger, is that where we're at? I mean, I'm going to have max speed. Like, it's going to go in my deck. I'm definitely red-black at this point. It's far too late to just, like, try to go black-white. The Guardian Sunmare is obviously a very strong card. I have enough combat tricks and spells. I need creatures. I have 8 creatures. Man, first pick Streaking Oil Gorger. Gotta do what you gotta do. This is another really good pack of cards that are not good for me. Haunt the Network. Caradora, Voyager Glidecar, Earth Rumbler. All solid cards. But we are taking Oil Gorger and Engine Rat. Look, I like Engine Rat, okay? It's fine. I just don't want to take it pick number 2. But you know what? Rewarded! Let's go! Draconautics Engineer. Draconautics Engineer is... I have the 2 best red rares in the set. So that is obviously an awesome feeling. Great 2-drop. Outpace Oblivion also in the pack, which is very good, but... all right, this is a good sign. This means that there's a really high shot that I get whatever Thunderhead Gunners and Lightning Strikes there will be in future packs. I don't care for the second Hellish Sideswipe. With Start Your Engines, Wreckage Wickerfolk is awesome as just a nice evasive creature. Yes, I could have had 3 Embalmed Descendants, I know. But hey, I have Draconautics Engineer and House Squad Heavy in my deck. It's not that bad. But let's take the Wreckage Wickerfolk here. Just to... shore up our mana curve. All right. Do I want the Raceway? My mana is not that great. I don't even have a red-black land. I have 20 cards. I don't mind playing Risky Shortcut. Like, the first copy of Risky Shortcut's totally fine. Ooh, a lot of Broadcast Rambler. So Black-White could certainly have been on the table. Pothole Mole here as well. Tyrox versus Endrider Catalyzer. I actually think it's the Catalyzer. Like, the 1 power means less to me than just making sure that I have something to start my engines. So let's just take that. I don't love this card. Let's take another Gastel Raiders. All right. We have infinite ways to start our engines. Goblin Surveyor, though, is a pretty weak one. Noting that I have Dynamite Diver, but nothing to crew, so I don't know how good this card actually is in this deck. Pedal to the Metal can be an okay combat trick. Yeah, white was certainly open. It always is, but it's kind of hard to tell, right? Like, unless you see Rides Ends and Broadcast Ramblers, which are the two good white cards, like, it's always hard to tell. Foul Roads. Do I have enough vehicles for this? I don't think I care about having extra mana that late in the game. Foul Roads. You know, I actually don't think I want this. I just don't have any vehicles or anything, so it's always just going to come into play tapped. All right. Well, we got some of the uncommons, and, you know, we have Draconautics Engineer and House Squad Heavy. So hopefully those are going to be able to take us to the finish line here. Last pick, Broadcast Rambler. Funny joke. Funny joke. All right, curve is pretty low. I think this can probably actually be a 16-land deck. And I can just probably cut like a Pedal to the Metal and be fine with this. I don't want to cut any creatures. My creature count's already pretty low. It's at 15. So I think we just cut Pedal to the Metal, giving us all of these other solid options. Mana curve, let's just go 8 and 8. This seems about right. All right, let's run it like this. I don't love the Dynamite Divers, but, you know, it's just, it curves out. It's something to play early. It can get some damage through. God, I really just wish I can crew something though. But I don't want too many 5-drops. Like, I do have this Spire Mech Cycle, but I can't ever exhaust it, so it's just a 5-mana 5/4 haste creature, which seems kind of weak. Grim Javelineer would have been really good with this card, by the way. Whatever, I guess it's not too bad with like Maximum Overdrive. I wonder if I want to play another pump effect with Dynamite Diver. Like, do I want to play the Pedal to the Metal as well? Yeah, let's just, you know what? I just don't want to play, I don't ever want to draw multiple of these. Let's just play a Pedal to the Metal. So this just gives us 14 creatures, but our Victory is also a creature. All right, let's just have another combat trick. Let's see how this goes. All right, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I feel is a really great way to up your limited game. Additionally, I post extra content for the Patreon among a variety of other benefits, so make sure you check it out. Okay. Red, black. Well, I drew my engineer, so there's that. I wonder if I'm supposed to hold it, though. Let's see. Swamp. Wretched Doll. Yeah, let's play a Wreckage Wickerfolk here. I just feel like if you have other plays, you just go for the other plays. I actually like both of these cards. I'm going to keep both. Hellish Sideswipe plus Grim Bauble is amazing. Sure. I want to get my engines going. See what they're working with as well. Back on track and bounce off. Let's take the back on track. I can play around a silly bounce spell. They're going to play Pact All Terror. I doubt they attack me with Wretched Doll here. Alright, whatever. Okay, now what do I do? They don't have a removal spell. They do have bounce off for my token. I'm going to wait for this combo. So I'm going to take some damage here. But the reason being is they're going to play Transit Mage. Then I can go Grim Bauble and then Hellish Sideswipe to Pact All Terror. Let's think here. Yeah, let's just draw some cards. Gonna take some damage here, but that's fine. Transit Mage, yep. Another Pact All Terror, nice. Alright, so Grim Bauble. Kill this. Hellish Sideswipe, kill this. And then play the Catalyzer for extra mana. And then get to max speed. Alright, great turn for us. And the Streaking Oil Gorger makes it so that we can just race our opponent too. They do have the bounce off, but look, if they bounce off my Streaking Oil Gorger, that's completely fine. Because then I get to play out my engineer. Wow. Well, I'm going to play the engineer anyways. I am shocked that they let that connect. Okay, fair enough. But the mana from this actually being very relevant here. We have a good board. The Grim Bauble Hellish Sideswipe turn was huge. Chitin Gravestalker I do not care about in the slightest. Alright, all the mana in the world here, and my opponent is at 14 life. Lots of good options here for us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana is how much mana we have. What's the removal that I have? Because I can attack for a lot this turn. I gotta think. Oh, I have Crash and Burns, right? But I don't have the mana to actually cast it this turn. Alright, I'm gonna relax. Like, if I connect with this Oil Gorger, that'll be good enough. And then we can play the land. We can play this, which is an excellent blocker. And then we can just pass. Because I can double pump the Mutant Surveyor. Nimble Thopterus doesn't matter. It's a good card, obviously, but... Interesting attack. Yeah, I'm just gonna block here. Happy to trade my Surveyor for a Chitin Gravestalker. They still have bounce off available. So I just don't need to make the 4/4 right now. I just want to put them in a pretty tough spot. That's my hope. Well, so let's just keep attacking. This Oil Gorger has been awesome, by the way. Alright, so we have access to 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. This gives me 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just play all the things. Next end of turn, we can exile the Mutant Surveyor. Don't care about that. And they just have bounce off? Yeah, we are just far too ahead here. Let's draw some cards. Yeah, they're just like I just don't need to make my dragon, right? Like, I know they have the bounce off, and we can just do everything else. And bouncing just like a random creature there is just does not put them in a good spot. If they're like, oh, I want to minimize the damage I take and bounce your Shrieking Oil Gorger, it is what it is. All right, on the play here, yep, keeping 2-drop, 3-drop, absolutely. Given that I don't have any other 2-mana plays, I'm definitely just playing out this engineer and just hoping for the best. Gas Guzzler. All right, get your engines going here, I guess. Yeah. I mean, especially with the turn 1 Gas Guzzler, like, I just play it. Like, it's a removal check. Like, obviously, if they have a removal, it's bad for me, but I just need to play stuff on curve. And, wow. Their hand is awesome. Let's take the Lightning Strike. Like, all my stuff is kind of small anyways, so I just don't want them to be too mana efficient with their plays. I'm 100% blocking if they're attacking. Like, I don't want them to go Lightning Strike, attack me, and get to max speed. Alright. Not ideal here. But I don't want them to get to max speed. So I'm just going to use my removal spell there. Played a Swamp. Calaxian. Ugh! Ooh. Oh, this is going to be pretty good. They're going to use Crash and Burn here, and then we're going to have the maximum overdrive. All right. So we have slowed down their offense with, you know, they had a great hand. Road Rage, Lightning Strike, Crash and Burn. And now we... Yeah. Let's just kill that. And let's start attacking. Get our engines going. We have lots of good engine type cards. Wreckage Wickerfolk, sure. We can attack through that as well. Oh, Gilded Goda goes to the graveyard. Don't know what their last card is. Risen Necro Regent. Wow. I'm going to play it here. It's just a big body. Hope they don't have a way to kill it. I think they would have killed my Engine Rat, though. Okay, 6 mana. 3 speed. Okay. Okay. All right, we drew a little bit more action. We have max speed, Risen Necro Regent making us tokens. That'll probably get it done here for us. Very similar decks. But we are coming out on top. Nice. Nice. You know one card I'm really missing, though? What is it? The Gastel Thrill Seeker? Would have loved to pick... I just feel like none were opened in the draft. Just felt like we were one of the only Rakdos drafters, but we didn't see any Thrill Seekers. Alrighty, we are on the play here. House Squad Heavy, Catalyzer. This hand looks good, but you know, if one of these swamps was a mountain, I would keep, but I absolutely cannot keep that hand. We are on the play here. I'm going to keep this and probably bin Pedal to the Metal here. Turn to Wreckage Wickerfolk. Need land number 3 here for House Squad Heavy. Okay, don't need a land anymore. Let's see what we can find. That's really interesting, whether or not I want this land. The thing is, I get 2 blind draws, and one of them will likely be a land. And if I don't, I can still play Risky Shortcut. So yeah, let's bin both. Because I have my land drop for next turn, right? So, I don't know what these top 2 cards are, but there is still a pretty high likelihood with the mana configuration that I have that one of those cards is a land. But I also think that could be greedy. I'm not sure. What would you have done? Would you have kept one land on top or not? Let me know. Don't have a run over, please. Okay, of course. Don't have a... No, they're... Okay. Okay, so... Okay. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'll be taking that. Oh, wow, they actually don't have land number 4. So they might have to cycle. They're splashing Pactol Terror? What? Okay. Veloheart Bike. That's pretty awkward. I guess they can play point the way. Okay, fair enough. And they're attacking. So we have max speed now, which is great. And then we have our victory. So what are they interested in doing next turn? Because they're still at 19 life. It's a lot of life points. What can they do next turn if I just kill this? Transit Mage for something. This will have Menace. They're pretty far away from being able to play the Ketrodon. Alright, let's kill it now. Oh, I can get really greedy and kill the vehicle. I'm gonna kill this. Like, they can play Pactol Terror here, but my creature has Menace, which is really nice. And I can still find more removal spells with our victory. Oh, that would have been super nice. What 1-mana cards do I have? Okay, let's play Risky Shortcut. I want to be able to hit the land here for the Risen Necroregent. I was also hoping to draw that. Actually. Not a joke. Hold on, actually. I could kill the bike. No, let's kill the 3/4 that's in play. Honestly, though, I was just kind of hoping for a land. But getting that out of the way, we're still putting a lot of pressure on. If I can find a land, I really just want to play the Risen Necroregent. Continuing to chip away here. Land is big. Transit Mage 4. Spike Shell Harrier would be very good. Obviously, the Migrating Ketrodon is going to be a really great way for them to stabilize. But we can find Crash and Burn with Hour of Victory. What? All right, Racer Scoreboard, okay. Are they just going to attack me for 4? I guess there's no reason not to. I'm also at 11 randomly. Okay. Land. That is mega, mega unfortunate. Gosh, what do I do here? It's like Hour of Victory. I can play Endrider Catalyzer. I don't want them to play the Ketrodon. That's the thing, right? Because that gains them a bunch of life. But maybe that's okay if that's what they play next turn. Also, they need to have a land. I'm going to play the mana creature. This feels counterintuitive, but I'm going to play under the assumption that they play a land next turn. If they try to get aggressive with Veloheart Bike, I think that's a race that I'm winning, right? This is still a higher power creature, and if I draw a land next turn, I'll have access to 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so I can still cast Crash and Burn plus Hour of Victory. Or, if they somehow attack me and play Racer Scoreboard, then I can just use Crash and Burn and actually attack for lethal. Although I guess I could have done that with the Hour of Victory as well. Close call, though. Man, we looked at a lot of... Oh, we surveilled two lands to the bottom. Okay, fair enough. That is not ideal here. Oh, they get 4 lands. They do get 4 lands. Wow. Okay, hold on. Can I kill them this turn? 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I have 2 mana. Maximum Overdrive, so that's 1 mana short. 1 mana short. If I kill this and then they just crew this, so it doesn't work either. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I only have 2 mana left over. Can I do... I don't think I have a Burner Rocket. I don't have Lightning Strike in my deck. All right. Yeah, this is my only play. Let's hope this is enough. I mean, they're at 2 life. Obviously, I feel like Ketrodon is an absolute must here. And that puts them up to 6, and then we have Crash and Burn, and I'm going to hope that that's going to be enough here to get the last few points of damage through. All right, there's the Ketrodon. They've already used 2 runovers. I've used the Hellish Sideswipe. Walking Sarcophagus, okay. Wow. Oops, I don't want to do that. I can't believe they actually had a 1 mana spell there. Alright, so they block my 3 biggest creatures and I don't actually have lethal here. Alright, whatever. Look, I'm at 11 life. I play Hour of Victory, make another token, and I'm looking pretty solid, I think. I didn't quite have lethal next turn, but I will next turn. They might have to run out the scoreboard and try to draw out of this. They also have a Reef Roads to make another Chumper. Discarded a Lagak? What? Okay, Transit Mage. They can't have that many more targets. They got a Racer Scorp card and a Pactol Terror. Skybox Fairy. All right, we got some sketchy ones here. Okay. So they can block 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So this is lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6 damage coming through. Whew. That was a nice grindy one. They had lots of stuff to do with their mana and lots of ways to grind to the late game, but we were just constantly putting them in awkward spots, and them stumbling a little bit also, of course, helped us out a lot. So, good game there. We are now 3-0. All right, opponent on the play. We are getting a lot of hands worthy of mulligans. 2 mountains, Catalyzer with some black cards. Nope. Oh, God. What? Have you seen an uglier hand? I can't go to 5, though. I guess I'm just keeping a hand with 3 lands and 3 crash and burns. Okay, this one... Oh, playing against Matt Lindy as well. Oh, that's even worse. He's going to be like, what kind of terrible hand did you keep, Paul? Former Team Pro Tour champion. Worked with him on the nice island of Curacao here. Oh yeah, they have it all set up here. But our hand is not particularly strong. No point giving it haste. I guess I could always just pump it just to make a 3/3. Oh yeah, this is no good for me. Yep, look at this. It's a good start. Good start. Like, I don't even think a good hand for me would have beaten what they have here, so I'm not going to feel too bad about this. At least he missed the land drop. That's like the only saving grace here. Like, if they play anything with exhaust on it, then obviously I'm in trouble. Okay. All right, well. Great deck. This is kind of every deck that I drafted for the first 2 weeks of the format. Presumably, they're going to play some kind of exhaust card, and I feel like I'm going to just need to kill the Aether Hive. All right, that's the best I got. But remember, they cast stock up. Yeah, this is just too much value. Too much value. Great deck. Great deck, great value. Let's play the rat here to block. Hope it can get through. This can block the Scurryfoot at least. This is planning to get in front of the Harrier if need be. Ovia. Okay. Well, this makes it so if Harrier attacks, they still get to trample over for a bunch. If they have Howler's Heavy, it's a disaster. Okay. Okay, Ranger's Refueler. Killing that too. Don't want to give them any more action. We're going to chill here. I just need to kind of have Matt run out of gas. But they're just up on lands, they're up on cards. This is just, I'm just trying to desperately survive with my 1-for-1s. And yeah, obviously this is not an ideal scenario here. Like, they're gonna flash something gigantic in here and I'm probably just dead. Here we go. This is such a problem. Because, like, they can just keep bringing it back. 3 cards in hand, too. Oh, rough spot. I can go with the overdrive to keep my creature around. Or go with the crash and burn. The thing is, they haven't cast the trick yet, so I just feel like I need to just kill things. You know what I mean? Like, I need them to, like, try to use some kind of removal spell on one of my things. Alright, so now I think... Okay, maybe he's out of action, I don't know. But it is time to get this going. Ugh. Can you imagine if he blinked in, like, a Hazard of the Dunes? Oh, nothing! Okay, this is like my only hope. But any exhaust creature, and I think it's just kind of over for me. I mean, honestly, there's just a whole variety of things that will make this very hard for me. Trade the Helm. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that works with Guidelight Matrix. I do like that. I think I put Hellish Sideswipe on the bottom, too. That would have been a cool card. Oh, that's rough. Man, this thing sucks. Why'd you give this to me? I don't want this. Get this out of my face. No, it's a Spectral Interfere. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. All right. No, what? Yikes. This is so much damage. Am I dead? Okay, well, this I just got to block, so. That's all I got. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. What do I do? Nothing? This is so bad. Their top decks are so much better than mine. Oh my gosh. Hold on. 5, 6 extra damage. I'm at 5 life, though. Okay. I can kill them with Pedal to the Metal. Oh, hold on. How much mana do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 12 mana. I have 12 mana. So if I play Gastol Raider, that puts me at 9 mana, which is still enough for lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's go. Let's do this for perfect information. See what they're working with. They have a Midnight Mangler, so we have the win! Oh my gosh! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go! Pedal to the metal! Pedal to the metal! Wow. What a game. Did not think I was going to win that game with that hand, but Matt flooded out horribly, right? Like literally, they had so many outs to beat me there. A large creature, like any large creature with Ovia in play, or anything with exhaust, and I'm just dead. But they just whiffed for like 2 turns. They drew like inconsequential creatures or that Midnight Mangler, and I gave myself a chance to win, and we got there. All right, that was a big one. We are now on the play this time. Definitely keeping this. We have Engine Rat, a Surveyor on 3, Risky Shortcut, and a Sideswipe. Okay. Nothing to play there. Walking Sarcophagus. Okay. Happy enough to go Surveyor and attack with my Rat. Sure. Like, I know they're a green deck, and this is pretty good against green decks, but at the same time, clearing the path for the Mutant Surveyor is also very nice. They got a Packdoll Terror. Ooh, Risen Necro Regent. Certainly very interesting here. Pump this once and play a Weckerfolk. Definitely want a land. I don't want the mountain, but I will keep the swamp to be able to play the Necro Regent on curve. So they play Packdoll Terror. The thing is, I can have maximum overdrive. So, like, I actually think this block is extremely risky. I'm a little bit surprised that they went for it, but... yeah, they must have lots of good follow-ups, but this is still fine. I still want to just kill Packdoll Terror. Or Packdoll Terror might not be that important for their strategy. But this is fine. The thing is, this is actually, like, in some essence, like, being able to have this Wreckage Waker, presumably, assuming they don't play something that can block it, like, playing this as a surprise card is also pretty good. Ether Jacket. And a River Churn Monument, okay? Yeah, and then this guarantees that I get a token. And we get to keep playing. So I guess this makes sense, because they were on the River Churn Monument plan, so by double blocking, they just make me waste my turn, right? So that's good for them. Stock up. Whoo! Look at them. Look at them go. Presumably, they'll find an answer to the Risen Necro Regent. Nope. Okay. Sadly, I don't have great attacks here. Let me think here, though. So if I play these two, and then I give this haste, then this pumps for mana. But that's not quite enough. This is a scenario where I think I don't mind racing my opponent, so I'm just going to attack. They're not going to block. Like, if they hit me for 2, that's fine. Because they're on the River Churn Monument plan. And I'm not killing anything with Hellish Sideswipe. So, let's just do this. And we can attack with a large Flying Dragon next turn, but obviously a lot of it depends on what they have as well. Don't care about taking 2. It's a free attack for them, though. Wreck Remover. Okay, I guess they can remove my Surveyor. Sure. The thing is, I probably don't even have time to deal with that thing. Wow, that's actually really interesting. So this is mana neutral. Oh, but it doesn't work the way that I want. Yikes. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, flyer. Flyer. Bounce off. Yikes. Okay. I mean, we are building a pretty big army. We are building a pretty big army here. They just have, like, really annoying blockers, though, which kind of sucks, but I might have to use a Hellish Sideswipe to get the Wreck Remover off the battlefield. They have so many filler cards. Oh, wow, Ether Siphon? Okay, that's very good. Because I just want to attack with everything, I think. The problem is my 2/2s can't really attack. Okay. This is like as much damage as I can probably get in here. Oh, am I just dead to the River Churn Monument? We'll see. No, I'm not. Unless they have another card draw spell. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's think about this. I can get something with our victory, but do I have something that wins me the game? Is the question. Like, the only thing I can think of is the Velocity card. Because they just block everything. Do I have a Shatter effect? Alright, well, you know what? There's no point. Let's just go search. Let's look. So this destroys vehicles. There's Pedal to the Metal, which might be the best chance here. Like, I can't think of anything else here that's good. Pedal to the Metal seems better than Crash and Burn. Well, you know what? No shame in losing to River Churn Monument. It happens. Yep, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, not enough. Oh, River Churn Monument. Oh, River Churn Monument. Like, I can't even complain. Like, I had a couple of really great River Churn Monument decks. It will happen. It's just unfortunate because, like, without that card, it's just like... we would get to be just a normal game of Magic with combat and removal and tricks. But that card adds a completely different element to the game where if the game just becomes kind of a mid-range situation or they stabilize, like, I just can't win. All right. On the play here, gonna keep this. We got a decent curve. I actually think I'm gonna go Catalyzer here because I drew the Grim Bauble. It's just like any... Oh, come on! Like, they had to go ahead and play just a 2/3? Unreasonable. Unreasonable. Oh, I bet they have run over as well. I bet they do. Or defend the Rider. I don't know. The thing is, they already got their value. They gained 2 life, killed my creature, and got a land. So strong. Oh, that is also strong, though. Oh, dude. Okay, okay. Okay, Dark Angel. I see you. This deck is unbelievable. I'm actually, I'm kind of in shock at, like, I'm getting destroyed. We'll keep a land. Well, I guess I have a catalyzer, but I don't want the other catalyzer. I'll keep the maximum overdrive, actually, because I'm gonna hit maximum... I should be able to hit max speed next turn. They're not gonna attack me. Okay. And then I can play the Risen Necro Regent. I mean, if they kill the Necro Regent, like... Yeah, we're gonna take a bunch of damage. I'll take it. That's 6 damage. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. Probably something very good. If they don't kill the Necro Regent, though, I'm feeling pretty decent about this still. Lagarin is fantastic. And they have a bunch of mana up, so... Super, super interesting spot here, honestly. I kind of want to pass, actually. They have all that mana up. 2 cards in hand. Leonin Surveyor, sure. Okay. That doesn't work. They have the stupid Beast Rider Vanguard. All right. What do I want to do? Let's go maximum overdrive on Wreckage Wickerfolk. Well, the best thing to do is I could kill the Lagarin and put maximum overdrive here. Maybe that's better. I just have the most permanence in play if I do that? Okay, sure. Kill the Lagarin. Alright. That was kind of a blowout. That was very, very good for us. Okay. And now we have Hour of Victory to go get something. Why not? And I know what I'm going to get. Hellish Sideswipe. Seems amazing here. Alright, and let's beat down. Wow, what a turnaround, by the way, for us. They had an incredible start, but that crash and burn maximum overdrive turn was unreal. They need, like, a spectacular pile up here. Or I think that just does it here. Migrating Ketrodon doesn't do it. They go to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Ketrodon doesn't do it. 2 creatures doesn't do it. I guess 3 creatures does it. That doesn't do it at all. Like, even this and a run over still doesn't do it. All right. I did not think we were going to win that just because of how things lined up that game, especially when they had the run over. But wow, our combat tricks and removal spells and, you know, End Rider Catalyzer, like us actually being able to utilize that mana with maximum speed, really paying off. Really glad I took them over the Tyrox. 5-1. Alrighty, 5-1. Opponent on the play. We have, I'm going to keep this. I drew both of my 5-drops, which is not great, but I mean, I have a 1-drop and a 2-drop and a 3-drop with a swamp and a mountain, so just need a 3rd land, really, and I can play most of the cards in my deck. Get the engines going. Drew Gastel Raider, which is also a great 3-mana play. Guidelight Optimizer. All right. This is, you know, getting my engines going also seems quite strong here. Pact Altair, turn 3 Pact Altair. Uh-oh. That's scary. Drawing land number 3 there was so big. Let's see what they have. Oh, we got Haunted Network? Yes. Wow, their hand is awesome, though. If they draw a land, they get to play Broadcast Rambler. I just really want to get to max speed, so I'm going to keep attacking here because being able to unlock this End Rider Catalyzer seems huge, but not going to be able to, sadly, because they drew the Broadcast Rambler. Yeah, that was a big, big land draw there for them. Yeah, so I guess the Engine Rat can potentially trade with the Thopter, but at this point, it probably seems good to keep this back. Trading it with the Thopter is not the best. All right, we'll keep it back. Just being able to trade with Pact Altair Broadcast Rambler seems pretty good. If I draw a land, I can make a dragon and give it flying. Wow! Back-to-back lands here? All right, Engine Rat, you are chilling. But they have a really nice Esper artifact thing going here. Haunt the Network, Pathmaker, Ugly Broadcast Rambler. Sorry, it's not ugly. It's just, you know, it's very jarring. I just don't know what the card is. That's the problem. Demonic Junker. Okay, their deck is incredible. I mean, we're 5-1, so this is what's going to happen. We're going to get paired against people that have really, really strong decks. Okay, we're just going to pass. Here's the thing. They might hold onto the Junker so that they can kill my flyer. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they're playing this out. What are they going to kill? Oh, maybe my Engine Rat? Like, okay, so they killed a 3/3. We'll make a flyer. Will they kill their own thing? Nope. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, that, you know, they have so many vehicles. Man, can you imagine if they play like a Guidelight Matrix or something? Anyways, no great attacks for them. Really? Oh, Broadcast Rambler? Okay. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. I'm going to keep my life total pretty high here because they have Pact Altair. But I totally understand their need to just start attacking with their vehicles. I could have played Streaking Oil Gorger, but I just don't think it's that important. All right, max speed. Okay, that's good. So we get to go land, 2, 3, 4, 5. Risen Necro Regent. And then we get to play the Wildfire Wicker Folk as well. And then we get a 2/2. So good stuff for us. No more lands necessary out of our side. Pedal to the Metal, I will keep. I have a lot of mana, so it just seems like a pretty great trick to have up my sleeve. And now I'm in a position where I'm pretty... Are you kidding me? They top decked the Riptide Gearhulk. That is sickening. Oh my gosh. Okay, fair enough. That is insane, actually. This is a double striker? Yeah, this is a fine exchange, I guess. Alright, well, I guess I'm not really in a position to attack this turn. Well, if they don't play a spell, like, this helps race, right? I just keep this back, play this, and I can give this +1/+0 and block this. So yeah, let's attack with this. And the Endrider Catalyzer can block the Junker as well. Stop drawing, like, please just stop drawing awesome stuff. That's my request. Woo! Hold. Yes. Okay. That was big. And we have Risen Necro Regent coming in play next turn. That is huge. Let's attack. Perfect. Mutant Surveyor. We have Maximum Overdrive if they want to attack with the Path Cruiser. Transit Mage. Oof. Okay. Another Pactile Terror is usually what they get. Their deck is amazing, by the way. Look at that. Their deck is awesome. All right, so they're going to attack with the Path Cruiser. Okay. I'm at 13, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I go up to 16, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't want to attack with the Surveyor. All right, let's just attack with these. They're going to take it all. All right, we go to 16. Play the Necro Regent. Okay. Okay. Woo! That is a good win. That is a good feeling. We just beat a completely busted Esper Artifacts deck. They played Junker, Riptide Gearhulk, what is it? Double Transit Mage, or Double Pactile Terror. That is a great, great win. All right, 6-1 with our really sweet Rakdos deck. All right, 6-1, couple of shots here. We've been running into some really, really sweet decks and drawing the perfect combination of cards to get us out of it. I definitely have been drawing well. What? This is going to turn into a meme. You know what I mean? It's like every time I hold a Grim Bauble in my hand, my opponent plays a 3 toughness creature on turn 2. It's still fine. I just think it's funny. Veloheart Bike. All right, let's see what they're working with here. All right, we get the Siphon Fuel, attack. Good hand from the opponent. Good for you! A little Gonti off the top. Nice. They can get it back too. I know they have the Fang Guardian, but I'm just looking for a swamp here. Okay, they hit my swamp. They're definitely attacking with Wreckage Wicker Folk. Yep. Look, we're going to have to play into that Fang Guardian at some point anyways, so it's whatever. I just want a land to kill Gonti. Okay, so there's the land. Now what? I only have the one black source, which makes things a little bit awkward. Like, if I had a swamp, I could have gone, like, Grimbauble, Hellish Sideswipe and kill both. But as is, I think we just relax. And the reason why I need to wait until after they attack is if I kill this now, they have the mana if they draw land to go Carrion Cruise and replay the Gonti. Obviously, if they have Bestow Greatness or Maximum Overdrive, it's bad for me, but, you know, like, I have to kill the Gonti twice, right? All right. Swamp! Swamp, 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 swamp! Swamp! All right, well, let's just get this off the battlefield here. Let's play the Catalyzer. They have lots of vehicles and mana. They're certainly up resources here. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna block the Fang Guardian here because I have the Grimbauble. Mutant Surveyor's good. Deathless Pilot, okay. Yeah, this is just a lot that I have to answer. I will block the bike, I think. I'm not hitting maximum speed anytime soon. I will keep the Engine Rat here for the Mutant Surveyor, though, so I think the play is to take 8. Swamp? This is not great. Not great. Okay, let's play the Mutant Surveyor. The problem is the Fang Guardian still gets to attack. Wow, Broodheart Engine for Gonti? Okay, you know what? You know what, opponent? Okay. Even I have my limits. Like, a third Gonti... Like, we've played against some gnarly decks. I'm gonna scoop to a third Gonti, okay? This is... They're gonna hit me with 3 things, draw 3 cards. Okay? They're gonna draw 3 cards. It's all good. Great deck. I can't beat all the bombs always. 6 and 2. Why don't we go first and play a turn 3 House Squad Heavy? How about that? Why don't we end the draft? Because we went 6 and 3 in the last video. I need a trophy. Come on. All right, come on. Let's get a good, solid draw. No mulligans on the play. I do have the House Squad Heavy. I'm keeping a 2-lander on the play with a bunch of 3-drops. So we all know where this can go. If I don't draw land number 3, we die. But if I do, we have a good shot. Did not draw land right away. It's okay. It's waiting on top of our deck. How mad will I be if I don't draw land? Great question. Great question. I'll be pretty mad. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty mad. Yeah. You gotta keep that hand every time. I have 3 great 3-drops. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Just gotta keep it every time and, Just be sad that you don't get to play Magic, you know? Whatever happened to streamer luck, by the way? What happened to streamer luck? What is this? This is not cool. Only one of us gets to play Magic. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I gotta put my name on the application to get back onto the whitelist here. Because this is ridiculous. Good job, Big Ben. Oh, this is gross. Oh, this is gross. All right. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. GG's. GG's. I just wanted a trophy. Why can't I get a trophy? Last time I won a trophy was like 30 years ago. See that one back there? It's Nationals 2006. It was literally 20 years ago. Anyways, you know what? Can't be too upset. We had some great rares. The House Squad Heavy actually never really did anything. It died, or we just couldn't get enough. But the Draconautics Engineer was fine. We had a really, really nice mana curve. I still think 16 lands was correct in this configuration. Our curve was 2.5. We had some ones. We had the double Wreckage Wickerfolk that helps us surveil as well. We had good combat tricks, which really helped us against the various green decks. Engine Rat, Maximum Overdrive doing a lot of work. Finding the Pedal to the Metal was awesome. It actually won us a game. So overall, really good package. That match, even that last game, easily could have won that game if we picked up land number 3, right? House Squad Heavy or just, it would have been much closer. But of course, we didn't really get to play a real game there. So, but you know what? This is just, I think, a good example of a solid Rakdos deck that you can draft, assuming that it is open, right? Because we had the uncommons. Gastel Raider ×2, Risen Necro Regent. You need these Start Your Engines payoff cards. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There's a bunch too. There's Gastel Thrillseeker, Outrace Oblivion. There's just a million ways to get your engines going. And then look at how many cards we had with max speed. We had the Endrider Catalyzer ×3. The mana was super relevant that we got off of this. We had the House Squad Heavy, which gave us mana. This gets marginal bonuses. Streaking Oil Gorger having Lifelink was super relevant. So this is just a nice, fun deck. I actually really like drafting this deck as long as you get some of the signpost cards. And of course, when green is not open. And when green is not open, this is one of the better archetypes that you can draft. And I thought we had a reasonable version of the deck. This deck was probably like a 6.5 out of 10 because of the rares, maybe a 7. And we ran fairly well and drew pretty well up until that last game. We also played against a lot of really excellent decks. And I feel like we beat a lot of decks that were better than the ones that we had. Just because we were able to curve out, put our opponents into some tricky spots, and putting ourselves in position to win some really, really close games. So really liked how this played out, and would be happy to draft this type of deck again. Falling a little bit short, but you know what? This month is still going very, very well for me. That's another 6-3 finish. We're on a 75% win rate so far. Only 6 drafts, small sample size, but I'm feeling much more comfortable with this format, and I am feeling much more comfortable drafting non-green decks as long as I find that they are open. And in this case, green was not open, and we found a decent place to be. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, make sure you check out TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. You need some cards for your constructed decks or some sealed product, go to TCGplayer.com and click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but not least, go to HeavyPlay.com if you're in the market for really high quality deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes. They've got a ton of great products. Make sure you check them out. HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.